I'm watching this. I'm watching the elbow. I'm watching the biling. So when you throw a jab, I don't need to wait for the jab, like, okay, a jab's coming out and stop. You throw that jab, I'm already a step ahead. So what frustrates people with me is I hide behind starting lap playing. They have a full-on conversation. Don't wait for the punch, do the body line. So step one, relax. If you throw an overhand and I'm tense, it takes so much longer for me to, but if I'm just right here, relax, you say overhand, it's already there, it's there. You say, Jim, it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there. And I do that by being relaxed. Just because I'm relaxed doesn't mean I'm relaxed. Relax, I'm focused, I'm relaxed. Yes, I'm focused, relaxed.
NANI?!
It starts off on an ocean slice, where a young lady is using her island laptop on the beach. Each key is a different music genre. My favorite is the Lo-Fi Island, where you drink winter-themed hot chocolate. In one cup, a woman sits with her morning coffee. On her phone is a nice view from space. It takes a minute, but if you zoom far enough, you'll find a dorm room. In that room, you'll find the setting for one of my webcomics, about a smartphone that came to life and trapped 4 heroes. You can see them hanging out on one of the app islands, looking up at the moon in the distance, where another story is unfolding, this time set on a train where each car is a different biome. My favorite is the Autumn Cafe car. It has pretty good Wi-Fi, so you can make calls or watch videos on your phone. Like this one about a Minecraft server centered around a holy Rubik's Cube. On one of the tropical sides, I built a house. Here you could find me working on this weird drawing idea I had about an ocean slice.
Stop and listen carefully. If you get fat, people think you eat too much. If you lose weight, people think you are sick. If you dress well, you show off. If you dress simple, you are poor. If you are serious, you are boring. If you are funny, you are immature. If you speak your mind, you are rude. If you are single, people think you are lonely. If you are successful, you are arrogant. If you are struggling, you are lazy. If you are honest, people think you are naive. If you are dishonest, you are untrustworthy. No matter what you do in life, people will always criticize you. So do what fulfills you. Drop a 100 if you watch this far. And if you are serious about changing your life, make sure to join our movement by leaving us a follow.
George Soros boogeyman. He is, I believe, the top contributor to the Democratic Party. And in my opinion, he fundamentally hates humanity. That's my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, well, he's doing things that erode the fabric of civilization. That's part of the problem in San Francisco and LA and much of other cities. He's very smart. And he's very good at arbitrage. You know, famously, he shorted the British pound. That's sort of how I think he made his first money for shorting the pound. So he's good at spotting, basically arbitrage, like spotting value for money that other people don't see. One of the things he noticed was that the value for money in local races is much higher than it is in national races. But once you get to sort of city and state district attorneys, the value for money is extremely good. And Soros realized that you don't actually need to change the laws, you just need to change how they're enforced. If nobody chooses to enforce the law, or the laws are differentially enforced, it's like changing the laws. That's what he figured out.
So see how I did that?
Yeah.
So I'm measuring, because he steps up. You see how I'm measuring my feet? In a wrestling match, you have the block, square, green and red. But I put that down there, and you see how I went low?
Yeah.
He doesn't fucking know, but I'm measuring him with my belt. And every single time I put my belt down right here, look at, that's how close I was to ankle pick.
Wow.
When
So you
people
were sizing up the distance control right here. I
nobody
love that.
nobody understands
Wow.
what the fuck I do. And you know what? I'll share that with you guys very intellectually. But
What's he yelling at you right here?
Take off your shade, take off your glass. I told him, I was like, take off your glass. He didn't have any, so I'm like mentally fucking with this dude, just fucking being like that guy.
Oh my.
Whoa.
Hey, the bell kick don't fly.
I don't give a I'm gonna be real with it. But he pissed off. He's never got pissed in any fight.
The bell kick don't fly with us.
No. You
kick the
can't.
champ's belt.
You can't kick the champ's belt.
Well, you can't kick it, but what he ended up doing, right, is I got measured. I didn't have to handshake him because I wasn't going to, but I wanted to get close enough. And when I put my belt down and I realized that that was my tool.
We're all gonna die one day.
Yeah, it's true.
So we live like that. Live like you could die tomorrow. You know, go for it.
We're all unpaid actors in some giant script that we didn't write.
If everything I did failed, just the fact that I'm willing to fail is an inspiration. People are so scared to lose that they don't even try.
We get too caught up in the past and what everyone's saying and what everyone's tweeting. And sometimes you just have to be fearless enough to break the simulation.
That's the main thing people are controlled by, their perception of themselves. If you're taught you can't do anything, you won't do anything. I was taught I could do everything. If you're a Kanye West fan, you're not a fan of me, you're a fan of yourself.
What's the most amount of money you've ever seen?
The most money that I could saw, $7 million in cash. But according to my father's money, it was nothing. I met the guy who was taking care of the money. So I asked him, hey, in the golden times that you have with my dad, tell me how much money he was receiving from this business. And he told me that only from the city of Miami, every single weekend, your father was receiving between 50 to $70 million in cash. So imagine Los Angeles, New York, and some other cities. They were using the banks, of course, to transfer the money, and this guy told me that they stopped counting the money. They needed to wait because there was more money coming than machines available and people from the bank to count it.
Let's say I recognize somebody at this table that I don't like, that we shouldn't talk in front of. I'll get up and I'll start pouring everybody a wine. I'll go like
And that's
this.
the signal?
Like this. I pour it like this. I get this. And let's say for today, you're the guy I don't like. I pour it like this. Oh, no way. Everybody knows, keep quiet, don't talk at the table.
Good morning, party. What are you cleaning your fur, baby? Getting ready for the day? Can you say bonjour? Tu vas aller en France? Can you speak French? Est-ce que tu parles français? Tu vas en Châteauneuf? You look so handsome today, Barty. Ah, no way. Je t'aime. Je t'aime tout le monde. Can you speak French?
You're a religious person, but you have a tattoo.
Right.
You have a religious tattoo, which is double ironic. Because it says in the Bible not to get tattooed.
Right, not to mess with the temple. Right.
But then you gotta
pick and choose, right? What you want to listen to.
And I wear this tattoo on my chest, Philippians 4:13, that I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And I genuinely believe that I can do anything.
You have a man who rolls you blunts.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you mean, a man who rolls you? Does he live there?
I don't have time. No, the motherfucker rolls.
I've hung out with him, and there's like a guy who
just stands there.
Is to roll blunts.
Is this a guy who is specifically hired by you?
That's his job, his occupation. On his resume, it say, "What do you do?" I'm a blunt roller.
I roll.
How do you figure out a salary for this guy?
That's somewhere between $40,000 and $50,000 a year.
Really? That is fucking awesome.
Yeah. If you're great at something that I need, I'm hiring you.
So after he beat Conor McGregor, he went on like this tour of all the Muslim countries. So he's going into Turkey, he's going into Saudi Arabia, he's going to Abu Dhabi, he's going over to Dubai, and they're raining on him. I mean, he didn't even make it back to his dressing room after the fight, and Putin was on the phone. And Putin gave him and his father like $20 million worth of property in Russia. Then he went into, the Muslim territories where these guys are just cars, money, gyms, whatever he wanted.
They're going to meet their pretty new teacher, and here she is. And after she leaves, we'll see the reaction.
Hi. What's your name? Charles Burgoyne. Hi, nice to meet you. Joe Paul. Nice to meet you. My name is Miss Darling, and I'm going to be a new teacher in social studies. That's good? Yeah, so.
You're wanted on the phone, Miss Darling. Would you follow me, please?
Oh, would you wait here for me a couple of minutes? I'll be right back.
Set a time to train at that time. Set a time to go to sleep at that time. Set a time to get up at that time. Don't tell yourself you need to do something and then don't do it. That's what I was talking about with Ariel. I knew in my head I was saying, get up at this time. I didn't get up at that time. Train at this time. I didn't train at that time. Don't eat this. I ate that. Don't drink that. I drank it. And these all just infiltrate my mental strength.
Just little kind of defeats.
Exactly, little defeats instead of wins. And it just culminates into, I just don't want to be here. So I'm just figuring myself out like I've never figured myself out before.
Why don't you shake some for the dawn? Don't you break none, break none.